New developments tonight in a massive bust that took thousands of illegal drugs off Spokane streets. More than a year later, we're finally hearing what investigators believe some LA gangsters were bringing into Spokane. And KXY4's Allie Norton here with those developments that really, Allie, read more like a Hollywood script.
Nadine, one investigator told us at the time, you'll want to hear what really happened. You won't believe this is happening here. Now, thanks to the ringleader's guilty plea, we know about thousands of OxyContin pills being brought to Spokane every couple of days and how investigators brought the whole thing down. It began for most of us with a series of raids the morning of February 28, 2013. All we were told back then was that the DEA and the Regional Drug Task Force was breaking down doors and busting suspects across the city.
This is a major takedown, a very large operation, and it's a fulfillment of a commitment that both Chief Straub and I have made to this community to disrupt the gang activity and the drug trade within our community.
They arrested 41 people, many suspected gang members, and even the woman who owns the Flamin' Joe's restaurant. But because of federal court rules, the information was sealed, and all we knew was the drug ring involved highly addictive OxyContin.
OxyContin is one of the most addictive drugs that we see out on the streets. It's become a major problem in the Spokane area, and it relates to a lot of the property crimes that we see.
Now, more than a year later, we're finally learning about the massive drug trafficking organization. Ringleader Richard Haynes pleaded guilty Monday, breaking wide open the facts behind the case. According to court documents, Haynes and other members of an LA-based gang called the 8 Trey Gangster Crips were transporting OxyContin from LA to Spokane. Tons of it, 2,000 to 3,000 pills every 2 to 3 days. With a street value of $22 a pop, the feds say the drug ring was highly profitable. The feds say the group used women to carry the drugs in their bags on commercial flights from LA to Spokane. Drugs were sold here, then the women brought the money back to LA. The DEA knew about it as early as August 2012 and would search the bags at the airport, seizing some drugs and money, then following the trail back to gangsters in LA. But it all came crashing down that day in February last year. Now most of the defendants are pleading guilty, many agreeing to testify against their former gang associates. And as for Sally Guthrie, the owner of Flamin' Joe's, investigators believe she was associated with these gang members and the organization, and that some used her vehicles around Spokane. Ultimately, though, she pleaded guilty to a much lesser charge, making a false statement. The feds agreed to defend her prosecution as long as she cooperates with the investigation. Reporting in the studio tonight, I'm Allie Norton, KXLY4 News.